My name is Alvin Elliott, and I'm here talking with Life, the Basic Manual. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, and my extension from the last video that I made, was the life skills, and how I have gained life skills that I'm using today in helping people find affordable, safe housing as they make their transition in early recovery. One of the main challenges for early recovery, for people coming into early recovery, is finding a safe place, having an affordable place, having the monitoring for that place that's available, and also having people there that they can trust, that believe in what they're trying to do. And you would think that with all the pronouncements of communities and activists and politicians, talking about, recovery and, and what it means and how we have to help them, that there would be, dozens of houses that fit that criteria. Unfortunately, they are not, and one of the things that I do at my job is that I maintain that safe environment. It's almost like the safe place signs that you see outside of some of the firehouses in the country. That's what I believe that we provide. People that come out of treatment, have good intentions, and one of the things that I like to tell them is that it's harder than you think. This may be the hardest thing that you'll do in your life. The family has, you have family pressure, you have job pressure, you have personal pressure, you have society that looks at you, and says, okay, we're willing to give you a second chance. Don't screw it up, and a transition to a recovery house like the one that I manage, that is a very safe place for you to go. You can find an environment where people are caring and concerned about you. I'm an advocate, for those kind of housing. I came through one myself. I was able to come in those houses. I was able to get a breathalyzer test on a regular basis. I was able to have a, routine urinalysis. Not so much, to be like the police when you get there, but as a part of policy, as a part of a safeguard for the individuals, who come there. What we want to provide, for people who come into our recovery house, we want to provide a place where at the end of the day, after I've done all the other things that I have been suggested, and that's the key too, that there are things that you're going to have to do in a recovery house, going to some of the 12-step meetings, finding, a support group, whatever that support group is. I'm not an advocate for any particular support group, but, finding somebody that's trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do, it's helpful, It's, if you're hanging around some of the old people, places and friends and things, what are you going to do? You're going to do some of the old things that got you into the situation that you were, that you got yourself into. So, what I try to do is I try to provide, a environment where people will feel safe, where people will trust me. I believe that's important. I believe that, if you're not in an environment where you feel safe, where there's not trust, then how can you feel comfortable? And comfort as a word, it's, it sounds good, but, sometimes you have to be a little uncomfortable. Not so much that, we're pampering you, but, you have to get out and you have to, get on with your life, and the recovery homes, provide the foundation. There's a foundation here that we're talking about. What are the things that I need to do, Alvin? Is what the clients ask me. How do I find somebody that can help me? Who can I trust? And I believe that if you're in a solid recovery home, then you should be able to trust the people that are there. This video that I'm making here now is one of many that I will be sharing with you about recovery homes and my experience that I've learned from long-term recovery. I'm hoping that you'll continue to watch and support us.